Simultaneous oral spelling strategy, a spelling strategy that works. My name is Georgina Brant and I work for SIATS. Simultaneous oral spelling strategy, or SOS writing, is even known as rainbow writing. This is a method that helps recall the spelling of those tricky words. This is an effective method that incorporates simple steps where the word needs to be heard, it needs to be used in context, so it's said in a sentence, it needs to be seen, and then it needs to be rehearsed in cursive script. Introduce the word. First of all, they need to hear the word. Is it a familiar word? If it is, ask them to define it, to use it in context. If not, my turn, your turn, say it in a sentence. They need to see it. They need to explore the phonemes and then you can identify it as a tricky word, a word that cannot be spelt by sounding it out. It cannot be read by sounding it out. The SOS strategy is a strategy that over-rehearses. It's important to model and rehearse the word in cursive script. Why? Well, by rehearsing it in cursive script, we're developing muscle memory. It's the flow of the wrist action along with all the other sensory elements that will aid the recall. Start with the modelling. On a small piece of unlined paper, begin to model. So, as you record each letter, say it out loud. H, A. Continue narrating as you complete the word. H, A, V, E together spells have. Now it's the child's turn. On the same piece of paper, they are going to rehearse the spelling of the given word by overwriting in cursive script. Have a collection of coloured pencils to hand. They can choose which colour goes first. They take a colour and over the top of yours, and they will repeat as you did, saying each of the sounds as they write it. H, A, V, E together spells have. And again, using a different colour. H, A, V, E together spells have. Check and look that they're actually forming the letters correctly. Choose another colour. They repeat it again. H, A, V, E together spells have. You need them to do this independently each time whilst you check the formation is correct, and yet another colour and repeat, and so on, until you have, as some people call it, rainbow writing. Here are some suggestions to help reinforcement. Once you've completed your tricky word in the rainbow writing, you can stick these into a tricky word booklet. If they're recorded on a post-it note, you can perhaps create a tricky word tree. It's a display where the children can remove any words as and when they need them, return them to the tricky word tree. You can create a challenge. By using a whiteboard, give them a 30-second challenge. How many of a given tricky word can they write correctly in 30 seconds? Can they improve their time? Could be a competition as well. You can begin a word map by making semantic links and phonological links. Illustrate it, categorize it. Following on from word maps, the tricky word rehearsed in rainbow writing can perhaps help to teach onset and rhyme words. Have an example of once you've taught the word all, finding initial sounds to make the words. Fall, haul, call. How many real words and non-words can be created? And obviously the children can illustrate them as well. It could be supporting the creation of compound words. Once the word air, for example, has been rehearsed, how many compound words can they create? Again, this can be illustrated to aid understanding and reinforcement. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this presentation. I hope you and the children enjoy learning the tricky words and creating some rainbow writing. And I'm sure you'll think of further reinforcement activities as well.